In the year 2000, the Japanese, got not one, but two made-for-TV Ju-on films. The first movies to kick off what most of us refer to as the Grudge series. But were these made-for-TV flicks worth the watch? Let's talk about that, with 2000's Ju-on the Curse. The Curse is, presumably, taking place directly after the short film Katasumi in 10 Fours, the short films whose victims actually appear here, with the character of Tsuyoshi Murakami even being played by the same actor. So is Kayako, but as far as victim characters go, he's the only returning guy. The movie is divided into parts, each of which following the cursed victims of the Seiki family, ranging from a woman who goes into the attic and gets attacked by Kayako, a former stalking victim being killed off screen, and even that man's wife and unborn baby, who Takeo, Kayako's husband, just gutted or something. And talking briefly about the kills and effects, almost everything is kept off screen, as far as the act of murdering anyway. We see that one woman being dragged into the attic, we see Kayako standing over the guy referred to as the stalking victim, Kobayashi, and other real simple kills that just cut to black or to the next scene. Like with Ringu, I didn't go into this movie expecting crazy kills or gore, so I'm not at all saying this is a bad thing. However, one of the victims we see who got her jaw torn off, should have been kept off screen. Even before I saw the scene for myself in this movie, I've seen this victim, I've seen this screenshot of this jawless woman, and oh boy, this is some PS1 or 2 era zombie stuff. It is just awful. Her mouth, everything about it, just awful. That'll be the only use of awful in this video, however. And going back to the story, we watch as those people go about their day only to wind up getting killed. And in these build-ups to kills, we get bits and pieces of the story. My favorite of which being with Kobayashi, Toshio's teacher. He shows up at the home because he's worried about Toshio being gone for so long. And it's here he discovers Kayako's journal, filled with some real stalkery type stuff. And he even finds her corpse. I assume Kayako was killed because Takeo discovered the journal and everything. Moving on to the ending, we see a woman named Kyoko, who we saw earlier with her real estate brother checking out the cursed home. She gets a call from him asking if she can check on his son who's been acting strange. And shortly after this, she checks on the cursed house, where one of the new owners walk away, and a woman stares at her from the window, ending the movie on a sort of cliffhanger. In the end of the day, this is a movie that I think will greatly appeal to fans of more suspenseful and spooky horror. I think the scares here are well done, and they do a great job building up to them. Heck, there's even times that leave you waiting for a scare, but instead just leaves you with nothing but that feeling that something's about to happen. It's great if you're into these kinds of movies. Plus, it's also got a story that's fun to learn and piece together. I think for a cheap-looking made-for-TV movie, 2000's Ju-on the Curse is a fun watch, and in the end, I would rate it an 8 out of 10. If you've seen this movie, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it down in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Have a nice day.
Looking for more horror fun?
You're goddamn right.
Then check out the VHS comic book series, a parody of the horror genre that follows the lives of 3 teens as they fight to survive a horror movie, where every day is loaded with blood, boobs, and buds. The first 2 issues can be found in the description below.
I was obsessed with the